or white, and $23.95. Check these out. Look how absolutely beautiful they look. They're on our set. And if you would like to order them, they're from Leaf and Petal, which is an amazing company that kind of is like your own personal master gardener. What I love about Leaf and Petal is that they ship it to you depending on where you live in the country. When you get it, it's time to plant it. And also, fill your cart for $5.50 for your entire plant order. It's a special that we're doing today because not only do I have the knockout roses, I also have some set of 2 hibiscus. I've got the ever-blooming lantana coming up, a braided gardenia tree. So fill your cart for $5.50 for all your beautiful needs with your shopping on your gorgeous plants. So we're going to continue on. We're talking about Sunjo, the cordless chain and pruning saw with a telescopic pole, comes with the battery. It's our very best value of the day. It is our today's special that's coming up now. All right, well, this is one day only from Sunjo. It's their 24-volt cordless chainsaw, pruning saw, and it comes with a telescopic pole. You can do so much with this, whether it's, you know, you've got some random bushes that kind of fell over, or trees that you've got to clear up after a storm, or maybe you want to do some pruning in the back. This, we're showing you, this can do a circumference up to 5.5 inches with that 6-inch blade. But you don't have any gasoline, or you don't have to plug it in. It's really the best of Sunjo with this battery. Now let me just show you the battery that comes with our today's special is the Sunjo battery that you can use with many, many different Sunjo items that we've sold over the years. We've got like a leaf blower, we've got snow blower, we've got all sorts of things from Sunjo that you use this battery. The battery by itself is $49.95. This battery is included. So again, if you have other Sunjo items, you're gonna get another battery. It can be a backup battery for that. You keep it, keep it in the house, plugged in, time to use your Sunjo cordless chain and pruning saw. You pop it out, you take it outside and you pop it in the bottom there, or if you're using the pruning feature, you pop it in the bottom there, and then you're good to go. It is your backup, but again, this is $50 by itself. So then you've got, for $70, you get the actual telescopic pole, and then you get the today's special, the chainsaw, the cordless chain and pruning saw. So it's an amazing deal. You even get a cover to cover up the blade. You get a little bit of the oil that you pop in when you get started. Super easy, practically no maintenance on this, but Bobby Milliken represents Sunjo, so we're gonna continue on helping you save $80 today. $80, yeah. Bobby. This has been flying all day long.
This is huge. This is the saw that does it all. It's lightweight and it's not intimidating. And what I want you to notice about this presentation is you're basically getting 2 tools in one, because we're gonna show you how to use it in the handheld, and I'm gonna show you right now how you use it on the pole. So you can extend to get up higher, or you can extend actually to get down lower. It's battery powered, so no gas, no fumes, no tether to a cord. You're doing all this simply with this tool and your confidence, your newfound confidence, because when you had an old school chainsaw, it's a little intimidating. It's a little big, heavy, bulky. Not this. It's only 5 pounds when it's attached with the battery. So I'm gonna go right away and cut above my head. And notice, Ellen, this. I didn't struggle. I'm on the ground. I'm not using a ladder to get up there, and I can see what I'm doing. I've got all my controls down here by my hands. So the weight is evenly distributed. You can see I can lift this with one hand. I've got it extended. If you want to change it, you just move this, and you can go lower, smaller, or you can go all the way high. This is going to extend from 3.5 feet to over 5.5 feet. So what that means for you is you can get up to a 12-foot reach without having to get up on a ladder, which I don't want to be on a ladder. I don't want you to be on a ladder. Helen, do you want to be on a ladder with the saw?
I do not. You know, no. It's funny. I have it in my contract that I don't go on ladders with saws. I'm very picky that way.
That's in your contract.
Yeah, that's in my contract.
I like it. I like it.
But I like how lightweight and easy, and I'll be using this in the presentation. It's, again, it's not, if you can hold a blow dryer, you could use a chainsaw. And when I think of chainsaws, I think of those horror films and how hard it is, and they're unwieldy, and you gotta have a gas can, you gotta keep gas in your house. and I know you're going to show that, but
Yeah.
this is like, again, this is going to be a game changer for you.
So Helen, I'm going to do this one cut on the 2x4, one-handed, and then I'm going to let you go for it, okay? So to start it, you push in the safety button, and then you can let go and just hold the trigger in. You don't have to push. You just let the weight kind of keep it straight all the way down. The important thing is to start with this all the way against the piece of wood. So you want to give it a try?
I do. I do.
I believe in you.
And I just doing a little test there, so I put it butt up against there, and then I just let the weight of it.
Yep, keep your weight straight down. Keep going. Yep. And take it slow. Let the tool do the work for you. Boom.
That's it.
There you go.
Mean, again,
you're a master.
And by the way, the minute I let go of it, I can't use it again. So I can't accidentally turn it on until you push this safety button again.
Exactly.
So when I push the safety button, I'm able to use it again, and it starts working. But look at this. I mean, I just did that. That's a pretty clean cut.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like pushing. I just let the weight of it bring it down.
Yeah.
So Bobby, I will hand it off to you.
Look at this piece right here. This is a big piece. I'm going to kind of get it going in here. This is fence post. So this is going to take me a little bit longer to do, but the important thing to remember is you don't want to rush it. You don't want to put the force. Just kind of slowly but surely. This is a super tough cut, and look at that, how quickly I got through that. The reason why I cut like this is tough is because look at the surface area. So the more surface area that's touching the saw, the longer it's going to take. So, you know, be patient with it. Don't rush it. Just let the tool, it's going to slice through it. You're going to get through it. So you put it up against it. Once you kind of get it going, you can just do one-handed operation. You could put your hand down here if you wanted to. I prefer just to keep it back and do one-handed. Obviously, I'm wearing my Sunjo gloves. Obviously, I'm wearing my eye protection, so we recommend that. If you've never used a chainsaw before, I understand in your mind you might be thinking, this chainsaw. But this is not what I have for you. This is heavy.
And you need
this is light.
You need this gas can to use that chainsaw. And keeping gasoline in the house, for me, is like a non-starter. Yeah.
This is bulky. This is not. This requires gas. This does not.
That is
heavy.
heavy.
You have to pull
this isn't.
start.
Yeah.
You don't.
Because I'm not as strong as Bobby, so I don't even think, I'm not even lifting that to show you how big the chainsaw is.
Well, you got to do two hands on this. It's going to be shaking around. This is a one-hand operation, so you don't have to deal with the gas.
You have to be in a horror film.
You don't have to deal with the cords. You just have something that, quite frankly, is easy to use. I mean, anyone can use this. All you do is you pop the battery on. This is our battery. It's our lithium-ion battery. To Helen's point, this by itself is a $50 value. It's going to work in over 100 of other Snowjo and Sunjo tools. By the way, that's my wife that we're watching.
Oh!
Yes. So that's Genevieve. I handed her the saw. I said, honey, I'm going to record you for HSN. Go at it. She's a first-time user. She does not normally use a chainsaw. She's out there in our driveway safely with her feet on the ground, cutting our crepe myrtle, which is 14 feet up in the air above her, and getting those twigs like it's nothing. I was so proud of her. I was like, honey, you're doing such a good job.
I love it.
You're making me look good.
You know, and that's one of the reasons why during this presentation I wanted to use it, because I want, you know, because in case there's women, I know we have obviously a lot of customers that are women, because we do beauty and jewelry and fashion, like my Colleen Lopez top that's available on hsn.com. But you may think, oh, okay, well, he's doing it, you know, a young guy, he's able to lift everything.
Young.
But,
thanks, Ellen.
Well, younger than me guy, younger than me. So, but this, like, again, if you could lift up a blow dryer, you could use this. It's really, I think Sunjo has this us in mind.
Yeah, let me show you a couple other things that we've taken into consideration to really kind of spec it out. Power-wise, you've got 360 watt motor built in here. You also have this little riving knife right here, if you can kind of see that. So what this does, it keeps the saw nice and balanced and helps to prevent it from pinching. And then I'll direct your attention down here. See this white button? Okay, this is going to allow you to pivot it. It has 9 different positions. Here at lock in, listen. Lock, next position, next. 9 different positions so that you can angle it. Yeah, so when I go to the ground, I'm gonna angle it all the way back like that. It's locked into place, and now I've shown you cutting high. Now, I'm gonna show you cutting low.
Yeah, I love you're showing the high and the low with the cutting, because, you know, bending down just as hard as like reaching way up. And whether you're doing, maybe you're doing a crafting project and you want to have little circles of wood. or maybe you've got like a big, you know, tree fell in your front lawn, and it's like, how am I going to break this up and put it in the bin to put out after a storm?
Because you have
do it yourself. And by the way, even if you want to hire somebody right after a storm, guess who you can't get on the phone? The one person in town
that you need
that does that, right?
Right.
I mean, that's why, you know, that's why I have the, you know, EcoFlow battery. That's why I think it's part of emergency preparedness, honestly.
You want to be ready. You want to be prepared. And listen, Helen, even if you use this item just once, you've paid for it. It's worth its weight in gold, because by the time you've hired someone to come out, you have to wait for their schedule, pay for their time, pay for their service, pay for their equipment.
Right.
Maybe tip, I don't know, but it's going to be more than $119. I can tell you that, because I've had people out to do different things, and through the years, I've been able to learn to do it myself. Right. And I feel empowered, and that's why I love representing Sunjoe, because that's what we want to do for you.
If you've got like the giant tree like we have in the background there, and somebody comes over with a, you know, you're in a one of those chairs that, like, you know, gets taken up into the sky with a, obviously you want to hire somebody for that, but most of that pruning and trees around the house, the Sunjoe will take care of. And we've got this special for one day only to save $80. $80. You know, usually, like, we're going to take a look over here, come on over here with Bobby. It's like these kind of little pruning jobs are like 2 seconds. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you're not going to use scissors for it. No. Because you got to use so much, you know, physical hand dexterity to squeeze and prune that.
Yeah, I showed you some kind of bigger demos. I'm going to show you our biggest log. But if you just want to do some smaller little twigs and branches, I mean, this is obviously going to do those cuts. Let's see if I can do a side cut. This is a little higher up. There we go. Still not a problem.
I actually did that earlier. So if I could do it, you could do it, Bobby.
There we go. So it can do the little things. I'm going to come to this demo right here, because this is the biggest log that I have. So you're just going to put the butt right up against it, hit the safety to get the saw going. By the way, it's rotating at over 3,000 revolutions per minute. You've got 360 watts of power, and the blade itself is 6 full inches. So what that means for you is you can cut 5.5 inches. That's the length, and let's measure this one. Let's see how I did here. This one is just almost 5, about 4, 7, 4, and you know, a little 4.5.
So you could get like a little bit of a ½ inch bigger log there.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. So listen, if you're watching this presentation saying, I don't need a big chainsaw. Well, this isn't a big chainsaw. Well, I don't want to deal with gas. You're not dealing with gas. I want something lightweight. We've got you covered. We got the #1 brand. You know, Sunjoe, we've been here 5 years, so we've kind of just made it simple for you to give you the tool that you need. It's springtime.
And even,
now is the time to clean and prune.
Even doing your own firewood. You know, if you're buying the big logs instead of them cut up like this, it's going to be so much cheaper. But for you, because you have this, cutting them up in any size. Maybe you have a fireplace that isn't a traditional size. Yeah. Maybe you need to have logs for your fireplace a little bit smaller than they come. Right. You're able to customize that. I mean, come on here and take a look at what you're getting, because the telescopic pole is also included. So you're really getting 2 items. Like, will you get a handheld chainsaw or pole saw? So you're getting both. You're getting the chainsaw, lightweight, handheld, very lightweight, and then you're also getting the pole saw. But here's kind of the other magic, is you're getting the battery, the 24-volt battery that it makes Sunjoe the Sunjoe magic. So when you've got in the house charging it up, you can use it on all the other Sunjoe products that you bought here at HSN that take this 24-volt battery, which is many, many, many items. Maybe you could list some of them, because I know we've done
our
the leaf
mowers,
blower,
our blowers, our weed whackers, our pruners, our hedge trimmers, yes.
I knew you would know all of them, because I remember doing like the hedge trimmer that took it, and then in the snow, the snow blowers.
Even our snow blowers,
the leaf blower. I bought the leaf blower. I have the leaf blower.
That's my #1 favorite item of Sunjoe, just because I use it every day. I'd say leaf blowers are my #1. Pressure washer is probably my #2 favorite. And this is somewhere up top, because even though I don't use the chainsaw every day, you know what, Helen? For me, it's the peace of mind knowing that I have it. If I've just got a small job, I can do it. If I just want to prune and do, stimulate the growth or remove some dead and diseased branches, I can do that. If you're Mr. or Miss Fix-It and you want to fix up a dollhouse or build a tree house for the kids, you can do all that, because here's what you had to do. If you had to do something high, you had to go find the A-frame ladder, Helen. You had to drag this out. You had to set it up. You had to climb up the ladder. One hand on the ladder, one hand saw. Super dangerous, super not recommended. Now that you have this in the pole position, you don't have to worry about that, because now you can get high, you can get up high with your cuts, you can get down low. Now remember, this pole is included. You can make it longer by just stretching it like that. let's say this is where I want it, you could just curl it into place. I'm gonna put mine right about here, and then I lock it into place. Don't forget you have the adjustable head, so I want it to be right about there for this cut I'm about to do. I'm gonna stand back, put it up there, make sure it's lined up, turn it on. Remember, the controls are down here. So there's one cut, 2 cuts, boom, 3 cuts. Look at that little piece. There we go. Should we do one more for good measure?
Why not?
Boom.
Boom. They both
With
fell
authority
separately.
on that last one. I like that.
Yeah, and you know, we're trying to do demonstrations, but of course, in your own home, you think about, like, where am I gonna store it? Think about this. Easy, just put it on a shelf in the garage. I mean, come on. And there's also, of course, safety features. If I just squeeze the trigger there, nothing's gonna happen. You have to push in the safety, right, Bobby?
Right. Exactly. So if you got kiddos around, I mean, definitely we recommend when you store it or it's not in use, take the battery out. But even if the battery is and you just try to squeeze the trigger, it's not going to go. You have to hit that safety button. So here again is my wife. I'm filming from bottom to top. She's hitting the crepe myrtle way up high because we have it on the pole. Remember, if you want to cut down low, you can do that too. Adjust that pivoting head, line up your saw. And you can cut that quickly and that easily. And I'm gonna jump right over here to this other, the big log demo, because it's the thickest and it kind of shows off the power. Again, 360 watts of power. I don't have to push. I don't even have to use a secondary hand here or here. You could if you wanted to rest it, but I like to use it in the one-handed position. The riving knife is doing its job by not getting the saw pinched in the wood. And then I just continue letting gravity do its course. That's about 4.5, maybe 5 inches of a cut. Because your blade is a full 6 inches, you can get up to a 5.5 inch cut. As you see, I've done cut after cut after cut at over 5 inches. So you've got the power, you've got the ease of use, you've got the lightweight, you've got the brand name, which is Sunjo, you've got a 5-year warranty. Think about that. If that doesn't tell you how much we back up our products, I don't know what does. So for any reason you don't like it, I mean, you're gonna be good to go with the 5-year warranty, but I know you're gonna like it because the first time you use it, you're gonna think, I just saved a lot of money, not having to call somebody, I didn't have to rent something, I didn't have to go to the neighbors and ask if he or she was available to come help me. We don't want that for you. We want you to be able to feel confident to get out there and get the job done yourself, and that's what Sunjo does, allows you that empowerment.
Yeah, and again, this is a Today Special. We have our final minute in our Today Special. Hey, when are you back again? When is your next presentation?
Not till 9 p.m.?
Yeah, I was going to say, as it gets later on here.
Yeah, later on.
It'll be cooler then.
It will be cooler, yes.
All right, so we've got about 20 seconds left. The item number is 855-766 from Sunjo. Using the famous 24-volt battery that is included. And again, you could use this with your other Sunjo items that Bobby was telling you about. That you use it as a backup battery. You get the telescopic pole. And then, of course, you use this amazing, when we talk about chainsaw, it is also, you can use telescopic for getting the branches and so much more. Bobby, thank you so much. This is a great presentation, and I know we only do this once a year.
Yeah,
this is it. This is it for 2024.
The only planned Sunjo TS that we have on the books for this year. So we're excited to bring you this value and this quality of product. 2-in-1 is what it is. Yeah,
just amazing. So thank you, Bobby. We'll see you back at 9 p.m. tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Bring a sweater. Well, I'm being optimistic. All right, well, we're going to tell you about more products that are available at HSN and then take a teeny little break. And I'm going to be back with Leaf and Petal. Carrie Mobley is joining me, so stay tuned.
The HSN deal is a great value that we bring to you every day. Thanks to our long and valued partnerships with the brands you love most, we are able to offer amazing products at great values. Shop the HSN deal with confidence from us to you. Looking for some sunny deals this spring? Don't miss our big spring sale. A weekend-long shopping party with big savings and loads of springtime deals from your favorite brands to new products. Enjoy extra special pricing, amazing offers, and more. Don't miss our big spring sale. Starts Friday at midnight.
I'm so glad I got this metal partition from HSN. It allows me to have my plants either indoors or outdoors, and because they have drain plugs in them, watering them is gonna be a breeze. Now I just need them to grow. You know, I've always heard that if you talk to your plants, it'll make them grow. Let's see if that works. Come on, guys. Come on, grow. And can you believe Sabrina bought the dress that I was gonna buy? You know, I was thinking about changing my hair color. I'm getting a little bit bored. I was thinking about red. What do you think? And you know what? I never did get that tricycle that I always wanted. I still can't ride a bike. And you know, this summer, I'm finally gonna book that trip to Europe. I'm going through a little bit of a self-love journey. And if they call me Tamara one more time, it's not gonna be pretty. It's Tamara. Tamara. It's not difficult. You know, talking to my plants has been really therapeutic. I don't know about you, but I feel better. There's so much more that I can get off my chest. You know what I should do? I should order more using the item number on hsn.com. Or better yet, I'll shop in the app.
All right, Tamara. I have never gotten your name wrong, by the way. Hi, I'm Helen Keaney. You're watching HSN. Oh boy, no, I did not just win a giant award and somebody brought me flowers. These are for you guys from Leaf and Petal that bring us exclusive, beautiful flowers like the one-piece knockout rose, available in the red and also in the white for just $23.95. We are doing a shipping special, by the way. We will ship your entire order for $5.50. So for the rest of the hour, if you get one of everything or two of everything or whatever you get, doesn't matter how many, from Leaf and Petal, $5.50 to ship your order. I'm gonna bring out my special guest, Carrie Mobley.
Hello.
Hello.
How can I not present you with some beautiful roses?
These are beautiful.
Have you smelled them?
I'm about to, but let me finish your introduction because you're a superstar. She is actually a master gardener and has a landscaping business and has been representing Leaf and Petal here for many years here at HSN. And when we had that big meeting at the beginning of the season with Leaf and Petal, I am so impressed with that brand, how they make it goof-proof for those of us, like myself, who don't have a green thumb, kind of more like a brown thumb. My husband is the one, the gardener, but I bought like the hibiscus with the braided. I bought it years ago, and I have it in the front of my house, and it's beautiful and just bloomed again. Yeah. Like this is years later. These roses are huge.
Well, and listen, to your point about Leaf and Petal, we want you to succeed. Our reputation depends on it. So we do the homework. We get the plants that are going to be the most successful, the ones that are easiest, and we give you the information to help you succeed. So let's talk about knockout roses. Knockout roses are notoriously known for being what basically big developmental like office buildings have. And the reason why is they are one of the easiest roses to grow. They don't have to be deadheaded. They're just,
I don't know what that means.
Deadheading means like once your rose is expired, right, and you can tell it's starting to die, you don't have to pinch it off.
Oh, okay,
right? What that does is it stimulates new growth. But in this case, the plant is so smart, it takes care of itself. But they're normally, when you see these, they are normally a hot pink. So this red and this white are very special. You are going to get hundreds of blooms. And these flowers, you know, they're going to be lasting for a blooming season of about 5 months. Really easy to grow. They are winter hardy, so you can grow them, you know, from all the way up in, Michigan, all the way down to Florida here. They are virtually pest-free, and they can withstand the elements. They are the toughest of roses, and so that's why I think they're great. Right. This is about second year, and so eventually it's going to have about a 3 to 4 foot spread. And what I'd really like to do, if possible, I'd like to go over to the other table and show you how it's going to arrive to you.
You're the boss. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, because I want you guys to know how it comes to your house, what it looks like.
Right. And I also don't want you to be terrified when you see this.
Is that something from Harry Potter?
It looks like it, right? That was my spell. How'd I do?
You did really well.
So this is called a bare root. And this is what we in the industry prefer. We don't have to waste any of our money on soil or on that plastic container it comes in. So you're getting a much more mature plant. This plant itself is already 3 or 4 years old. So it's really, really special and something that you want. So when you get it home, I want you to notice the bottom, and it's where all these little hairy pieces are. These are the roots, right? So right here is where you're going to put the bottom. Up here, you'll see where the little thorns are. now you know where the top is. So you can put them in a container. I prefer to put mine right into the ground, but you'll just dig a little hole, okay? And then you're gonna put the rose in, making sure that the soil covers all of the parts that had the roots on it. So of course I'm gonna use my bare hands. I'm a gardener, right?
Yep.
And then all I'm gonna do is, again, continue to add that soil until all of the roots are covered up. And then I'm gonna water it and water it and water it. And pretty soon it's gonna start to get all kinds of new growth. And then in the first year, you are going to be getting tons of roses. And this is a plant that will last you for years and years. So really treat this as an investment. Nurture your plants the first year when you get them. And you know, if we want to kind of head back over to the other table, I'll show you that all of our leaf and petal plants come with a planting guide.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, I'm giving a lot of information in a short amount of time.
I love that. I mean,
Do you know what I mean,
love that.
right?
It makes it so easy. Everything that I've ever gotten from Leaf and Petal, I've absolutely loved. By the way, they're flying out the door already. The roses are more limited and they're more popular. So if you want the red roses, then you need to be on the phone right now. They're going.
Yep. Well, we even have a phone number on the back, by the way.
I love it.
So remember, these are going to be about the easiest roses possible. And listen, this is probably second year, but it's a fast growing rose. And the other, you know, to your point earlier about leaf and petal and, you know, what makes us different, there are lots of roses on the market, but we are giving you an opportunity to get one of the easiest to grow. These knockout roses, they are virtually pest-free, virtually, you know, disease-free, but that is because we need you to succeed.
Yeah.
We love our reviews from you, and we want to be able to come back year after year, and so that's why we're bringing you such great plants.
These smell amazing too.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many varieties of roses, countless variety of roses. But these are big. Look how big these blooms are. I mean, and gorgeous, like, oh, absolutely incredible. And again, this is year 2, but year after year after year, roses can be hardy. I can tell you that I've tried to do roses before and they weren't the right variety for Florida.
Oh, I know.
And they honestly, they got kind of icky. And I was so sad because I love them so much. My parents lived in London for 20 years and the rose gardens that they have and the English rose that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that in Florida. But I didn't really do the research. I didn't know. Leaf and Petal does it for you. If it won't grow in your house, they won't, in your outside, they won't mail it to you. Like if I ordered it and I lived in a part of the country where it wasn't the right time, you wouldn't get it in the mail.
That's
I love
right.
that they are my personal master gardener.
Well, yeah, and we've got a great map that even shows like when these will be shipped out. Unless you live in an area, and you can see the map here, unless you live in an area where we are past that date, you won't be getting it until it's time for you. If that date, you know, on the very bottom, if that's you, we're gonna be shipping these out immediately to you. So you can get them right in the ground. You can get them right into a container. So again, it's another way for us to make this a successful gardening experience. And to tell you, you know, what you dealt with roses, that is not a unique situation. I mean, people struggle with roses because they can be really susceptible to fungus. They can be susceptible to disease. And here in Florida, especially when we get so much rain, you're gonna be dealing with that. So now you think you have a brown thumb, right? Now you think you have a brown thumb and you've quit on roses. I implore you, give these knockout roses a chance. They have masses of them at these commercial establishments for a reason. They're easy to grow and they're beautiful, but these are special because of the color, the red and the white. So which one are you gonna choose? That's the hardest question of the day.
And how many are you gonna get? Because we're doing a special, so $5.50 to ship your entire order when we're talking about your plants today. So if you get 3 of these, maybe you wanna do like a whole, you know, kind of presentation in the front of your yard, it's $5.50 to ship if you get 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And love it. And you get a guarantee from Leaf and Petal as well. So I love that, and Carrie will talk about that more, but come with me. We're gonna talk about the hibiscus. Now, I got the hibiscus, but they are not the head-turning hibiscus that are as big as my head. I mean, let's be honest, you get 2 of them also.
That's
so
right,
it's a duo.
both.
You get both of them, yeah.
Yeah, and this is called the turning heads hibiscus. You can see why. These are the biggest flowers that we sell. Each one of them, like 7 to 9 inches. And we also call it like that 60-mile-an-hour plant, because if you're driving down the road at 60 miles an hour, yeah, your head is gonna turn. They are absolutely thrilling. They are breathtaking. And this is not a tropical variety of hibiscus. So this is going to be winter hardy. These are actually grown, you guys, in Michigan. In Michigan. So the good news is all you're gonna have to do is get this home, figure out if you're gonna put it in the ground or put it into a container.
And you get both colors, right?
I know, yes.
Okay, so let me just tell you off the top, right off the top, I have 500 orders. You get both colors. You're not choosing, should I get the white or this beautiful watermelon? These are called angel eyes and watermelon. So you're getting both of them. 500 orders. You're the first ones to have a chance to get it. So if you want to grab them, they look absolutely incredible. You can put them in a pot, but you also can put them in the ground, and I know you love that.
Oh, I love putting things in the ground because Mother Earth will really take care of your plants. Remember, we always want you to nurture these babies in their very first year. They're like your new children, and these guys especially love water. So if you put them in the ground and you really get them established in the first year, those roots, they'll seek out the water in the ground. If you put them in a container, that's beautiful too. You'll just have to keep up on the watering, right? But these are just basically, again, just an absolute thriller. But this is gonna be another plant that comes in a bare root. You wanna check it out?
Yeah. I also want to show you this also comes with one of those pamphlets that has everything from out of the box, planting instructions, continued care. Like, I wish, you know, when I had a baby and I went to the hospital, they didn't give me one of these. I could have used a pamphlet, okay?
Yeah, right?
She's 24 now. I did okay. This one has 4 boys, all right?
Yes.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna, again, you're gonna be getting both of them, right? And they will be freshly packaged, really, really well put together, and they'll be marked. So you'll know which one is going to be the watermelon and which one is going to be the eyes one, right?
Oh, okay.
So again, very similar. You're going to want to check and see where these little stringy roots are, because that's going to be the bottom, okay? So same thing. If you're going to put them in a container, you'll just make a little well, a little hole in here. Boopity boop. I know I'm moving quickly. I'm waiting for my jib operator to get over here. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So you're going to pop it in, and then you're going to cover it with soil, covering all those little stringy roots. Okay? And then this is what's really important. I want you to virtually drown this plant. It loves water so much that I want you to just water it. You know, when you think you've put too much water, go ahead. You can, you know, put more water
to
in
your
it.
heart's content.
That's right, because these are actually grown in bogs. So what's going to happen is within just a few weeks, you're going to start to see new little sprouts of green on it. Once you see those sprouts of green, you can pull back a little bit. But remember, this is still a plant that really loves water. And if you don't mind me saying, I want to talk about our leaf and petal fertilizer. This is a bloom boosting fertilizer. It's a container of 50 pre-measured pods. Really, really easy to use, so you don't have to measure.
There's the item number and price for this, $26.95. Go ahead, Carrie.
Yes, of course. I get so excited.
Yeah,
Helen,
no, go. I want you to go.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take just a gallon, you know, if you have old milk or whatever, just rinse it out.
Yeah.
And then all you're gonna do is pop it right into the water, let it dissolve, and then you're gonna water your plant like you normally would. We say to use the fertilizer like once every 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, your plants do need fertilizer. It's basically the food for them. They need water and they need food. So I really want you to get, you know, your opportunity. This with 50 in it, it's gonna last you a couple of years. And you can use it on everything, especially things that have flowers, because it is a bloom boosting formula.
Yeah, and again, let's walk over to these
giant
head-turning hibiscus. You're getting both of these, and Carrie just showed you how, when it comes to your house, how long does it take for them to get this big?
Yeah, this is probably second year. Now, they do grow fairly quickly, by the way, and so I would say first year it would be about half the size. You'll definitely get blooms on it. This is second year, okay? Eventually, especially if you put it in the ground, we're talking 4 feet by 4 feet. So they're really nice, they're substantial, they're head turning. And we always talk about, you know, the thrillers, the spillers, and the fillers. This is most certainly that breathtaking thriller. And gardening is competitive. I know it is because people pay me to make their house look special and different. This is something that you most certainly will not find in a normal nursery. So if you like to go for walks, maybe you're walking your dog and you notice what plants other people have, and you go to the garden center and you're like, yeah, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that. How about a plant that you've never seen before?
I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because Leaf and Petal here, it's not at your local nursery. This is exclusive, and they really kind of comb the whole, you know, the universe. Honestly,
the universe,
the
yes.
whole, no, well, maybe Earth. They stick to Earth, and then they pick things that you're not getting at your local nursery. I've seen hibiscus. I've never seen head turning the size of my head hibiscus. You're right. It's like, oh wow, where'd you get those? Oh, I have this connection, and I get these special, like whatever you want to say.
You don't have to tell.
We would love an HSN plug if you want to say you got it here with us. But also the price at $34.95, year after year after year. You're getting 2 of them too.
And they're going to come back. That's the thing, right?
They're less than $20 each, or like $17 each, something like that.
And it is so worth it. I mean, a plant that is so special, so breathtaking, so unusual, and so spectacular, it's going to come back year after year.
Oh,
and I just think that it's something really special, and I just love, you know, that we can bring these to you from us here at Leaf and Petal. And remember, we still have that pamphlet for you. And the other thing I want to point out about it is on the back, there's a phone number, right? And so if you want to talk to an actual person, you can call our phone number. Somebody like me will answer the phone, and you'll say, okay, why should I put it in a plant versus putting it in the ground? And so remember, our reputation depends on your success. So we want you to be as successful as possible.
Okay, but one more thing before we go is you're getting both of them. I know they're like huge and ginormous. You're getting both of them. These have grown for a couple of years to get to be this size, but you're getting the root system for both of them. The shipping and handling is $5.50 for your entire plant order today. This is a special that we're doing today. We did not advertise that as much, but that's why I'm telling it to you over and over and over again. We've got more great items. We've got another few minutes left in the show, but we're gonna come on over here for our next item. These are just spectacular. This is the ever-blooming lantana. Now these are orange or red, or orange and red?
So you have your choice of 3, right? So this is the orange lantana.
Okay.
And this is the red.
So the red lantana to me looks more like pink and yellows.
Well, because you know, when you kind of mix yellow with the red and orange, right, you know what I mean?
Right, when you look at it like from a distance. But when you look at the left, those look like those beautiful like fall colors almost, like the red and the orange is kind of.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Now
and you get 3 of them for under $20, and it's part of the fill your cart for $5.50 plant order.
Yeah. So lantanas are a really amazing plant, and I'm hollering out right now to all of you in the southwest of the United States. These plants are super drought tolerant. They're really, really easy to care for, and this specific variety of lantana is called Bloomify. And the reason Bloomify is really special is because it is certified sterile. Certified sterile means that this plant will never go to seed. And so instead of overly spreading, or not blooming as much, you don't have to worry about either. This is going to give you constant color from late spring all the way until your first frost, and it's just going to be a fantastic ground cover. It's always going to stay nice and low, but blasting with color, and the pollinators love it. Bring in the hummingbirds and the butterflies and the bees, but really just an easy plant to grow.
Okay, and again, this is the orange. You're getting 3 of them, and over here, as we make the red choice, you get 3 of these. And you're getting the pamphlet, like Carrie just said, from Leaf and Petal. You can't get these in your local nursery. For under $20, all 3 of them. Now, do you recommend going in the ground or doing it potted like we've done here?
Well, of course, it's really going to depend on your situation. I will say, if you want to put these in containers, we call this the weekender plant, because you can leave for a weekend and not water them, and they gonna be just fine. They certainly will be just fine.
So they're hardy.
Very, very hardy. Well, I mean, hardy as in very, very drought tolerant.
Okay.
Really easy to grow, right? And these are like the most colorful lantana that we at Leaf and Petal bring to you. So for any of you who might have a spot that maybe gets a bunch of sun, and maybe you don't water as often, but you're looking for just extreme color, this is the plant for you. If everything is too difficult, these won't be.
So I know there's annuals and perennials. Will these bloom year after year, or is this like a one and done?
This is just a one and done. Yep.
Okay.
Which is why it has so many flowers on it, and why it just blooms constantly, because it gets 1 year to show its glory, to bring in those pollinators,
right?
And then and then it goes bye-bye.
Yeah, and again, under $20, you're getting all 3. And when we're like, gosh, I don't know when to plant it, Leaf and Petal does that for us. So when they ship it, you plant it, correct?
That is absolutely correct. And I'm going to show you, they come to you in these ship samples. They're really well packaged. They come to you very, very freshly. And you can see they're in a little container. These guys grow so very fast. Here are the 3 right here that you're going to be getting. I recommend when they arrive, you just pull them out, give them a little water. And if you're going to put them in a container, get a nice big container, get some nice garden soil, and then just make sure that you are giving them water. Kind of the same thing if you're going to plant them in the ground. Make sure to give them some space, right? Because these have a low creeping style, so that they're going to spread. So make sure you give them some room. But if you put them into containers, they kind of drip over the side. Drippity drip.
They look good in like a hanging pot?
The best ever.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
She got so excited. Okay. I love that. I love your passion. I can tell you really, really love what you do. That's so fun to see. I love that.
Thank you. Thank
I love
you.
that. These are so beautiful. And I think that these would be an amazing gift for someone. You think of under $20, if you sent flowers to somebody, $100 minimum. But if you're like, I've got a gift for you for Mother's Day. I'm going to plant these in your yard, or in pots around your outside if you've got like a little patio space, and water them and take care of them. I mean, what a kind of the gift that keeps on giving all year long.
Well, especially in those hottest days of the summer, when all of your other plants are starting to melt away. Oh, they thrive on it. They love the heat. They love being dry. So don't ever worry about, oh my gosh, I've skipped a couple of days on these. Of course, we want you to have, water in your plants, but that's why I mentioned these are kind of like that weekender plant where, I don't want to leave my plants. I don't want to hire somebody to come and water them. These are your guys right here. And another testament to what we do for you at Leaf and Petal, trying to make it easy for you, trying to make you a successful gardener, and also by bringing you plants that are special and unique, and at a great price.
Oh my gosh, under $20, all 3 plants. Now this is the red. When you order red, these are the colors. If you look close on them, they're like red and yellow kind of together. And over here, we're gonna walk back over here because I want you to see the orange choice. The orange choice has more like that kind of like colors of a beautiful flame, where you see orange and yellows and bright and vibrant. Either one of these would be beautiful in anybody's house, and you've got like a little baby bouquets. There are little baby bouquets all over these.
And this is why the pollinators are so absolutely drawn to them. They're like fireworks. They smell delicious, and each flower has just a bunch of mini flowers on it. And so all summer long, you're going to be getting those butterflies and the hummingbirds and the bees that are just enjoying this delectable treat that these lantanas have to offer you.
Yeah, and again, you're getting them available for 3 of them for $19.95. And these colors are new. These are new colors. And we keep repeating this, but if you go to your local nursery, you're not going to see these. Leaf and Petal is bringing things that are exclusive. And one of the reasons why we know they're exclusive is they breed these. They breed these kind of like, you know, to be like, okay, we want to make these colors. We want to make this hardier. We want to have this different. They literally create them, breed them, cross-pollinate in order to create these.
Yeah, they go to all these trials, right? And they, you know, they scout out things that are special and easier and different. And remember, this is a Bloomify. So if you were just joining us, what the Bloomify lantana is, they are certified sterile, which means they will never go to seed. So rather than having to, you know, deal with the seeds and way too much spreading, what this does is it gives you constant blooms, it's drought tolerant, it is never going to take over the garden. Yeah. It's fragrant and pollinators love it. So it's just an easy plant that's going to just give you so much pleasure this summer.
All right. Well, we've got another like 20 minutes left in the hour. We've got more goodies, but I want to mention the top that I'm wearing. Let me just show you the sleeve. Look how pretty this is. This is from Colleen Lopez, and it is available now on hsn.com. And you can always see what the host is wearing by typing in host closet on hsn.com, and then you'll pull up what the hosts are wearing. My jeans, by the way, are also from HSN. They're DG2 virtual stretch, and they're from my own closet, so I love them. But I love this blue, and you can see that this is great. You know, it's really kind of light and airy, but you also get the arm coverage, and it has that eyelet. So you can check it out on hsn.com, and comes in beautiful different colors as well. So check out the host closet on hsn.com. But we're going to continue with our next item from Leaf and Petal, which is the one-piece braided gardenia tree. So gardenias are so floral. As a matter of fact, I've done a lot of beauty shows. We talk about fragrances, and they're like, oh, the top notes are those high-end white flowers, the gardenia. Very, very popular in French perfume, the gardenia.
Oh, yeah.
But how about in your home? So we'll ship it for $5.50, your entire order. If you bought everything in this show times 12, it's still only $5.50 to ship your plant order. And these are also annuals?
No,
or perennials?
This is going to be a plant that lasts you forever, but I'm going to tell you, if you live in the north where you get some like freezing, you're going to take this and overwinter it in the garage. You know, it doesn't have to go inside the house.
So it doesn't like freezing temperatures?
That is correct, exactly. If you live in the southern states, like specifically if you're like in South Florida, like where we are, this is no problem. You can put it right in the ground. I'm going to have you smell this while I do a little talking.
Oh, a gardenia. There's nothing like a gardenia.
Nothing like it, right?
It's so beautiful.
So this starts, and this is, by the way, this is how it's coming to you. It's already a nice, mature, healthy plant, tons of flower buds all over it, and it's got this hand-braided trunk. You guys, you can't find this. Okay, this is something that's really special. They have started this from when they were itty-bitty babies. And what they do is they hand braid it. So it's technically like 4 trees in one. So you get that really special, unique design of the trunk. And then what this gardenia, of course, is known for is this dark, glossy green foliage and that velvety, soft, beautiful white flowers that just have a fragrance that you will never, ever forget. You can see the one that I have right here. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to count all the buds on it. I mean, there's got to be like 50 of them, which, by the way, don't forget to get that the fertilizer with this, because I tell you what, that fertilizer is just incredible with this. So like I said, you're going to want to bring this inside before that first frost, but move it outside. It loves the sun. It's just going to thrive outside. But if you want this to last for years and years, just make sure you bring it inside before that first frost. It'll go dormant, so it might lose its leaves when it's inside your garage. But at the same time, you know, you bring it right back outside again in the spring, and big bam, boom, here we go. So
they want you to mention the Leaf and Petal, the food, and I'll get your jug. I'll grab it and hold that.
Perfect.
Because, you know, anything that you're getting here during the show is going to be great with a little snack.
Oh my gosh, well, aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
I'm so much better with a little snack.
Yeah, because Carrie already put one in here, gave it a little shake, and you see that it turns this like purple color, so I wanted to show you that.
Thank you, Helen. Right, so these are already measured out. You are getting 50 of them, 50 of these pre-measured pods. And all you have to do is take it, put it in a gallon of water. I'd say like once every 2 weeks is plenty. And then, you know, you saw that jug. If you're gonna keep this in a container, you would just take that jug and then you would just dump it in as if you were watering it, right? And you can do it, you know, once every 2 weeks. But it's a bloom boosting formula, which means that that first number, and that's how they work, that first number is the one that really gives the pow to the flowers. That's what you're gonna have with this bloom boosting fertilizer. So again, this is just fabulous, and it's custom trained.
So when you get it home, is it's about, this is what it looks like.
Correct.
Because I've ordered the hibiscus braided, and it came in a box like this, and I thought, what is, and I opened it up, and sure enough, there it was, in the pot and everything. It was so easy.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to you, you are correct, it's gonna be in a box, and I want you to open up the top of the box. It'll be clearly marked. You're gonna reach your hand down into the box until you feel that trunk, right, that braided trunk. And then you're just gonna pull it straight up, okay? I want you to give it a little water, and then find a nice container. I'd say try to get one that's like maybe 18 inches. It can be whatever style you like. It can be terracotta, it can match your house, you know, whatever you like.
Right.
And get some good potting soil. So you'll take the tree out of this black plastic, okay, and you'll put it in the container, and then you'll fill the rest of it with that good potting soil, and then you're gonna put it in a nice sunny spot, and then just give it some water. And I'm telling you guys, it might even come with a bunch of buds all over it, but it's still just such a pretty plant, this nice dark green glossy foliage. It's so darn pretty even when it's not blooming. It's an easy plant to grow. Just make sure you're giving it regular water, and like all of our other leaf and petal plants, you're going to be getting this great planting guide, so that you can have all of the information.
I mean, this is completely goof-proof, and Leaf and Petal does these incredible trees like this. This reminds me very much of when I ordered the braided hibiscus, how it comes so easy, but you cannot find this at your local nursery. This is not available, and it is part of our ship all your plant order today for $5.50. So maybe you want to get 2 gardenia trees, one on each side of your, you know, your front door, your entranceway or something. It'd be absolutely stunning. You can get 2, 4, 6, whatever you want, however many, and every other plant. I would go to hsn.com after this and put Leaf and Petal in the search and see, because as long as you've got $5.50 that you paid once, it's going to be good for everything. Do your plant flower shopping today.
Yeah,
you know those gorgeous roses we started out, the head-turning hibiscus, all the amazing things that we've had in the show, that you can add it all up, and then you're still just paying that one shipping.
I mean, look at how pretty. If you picked up the lantana, look at how pretty this, you know, this red looks in front of the white. So you can even, and I'm sorry, we're staring at this because it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that tree looks. You can even put it in a sunny spot inside the house. It can almost be a house plant. So I just like the idea of mixing and matching plants. And what's great is this is what people hire me to do at their houses. What it is how do I design my landscaping to make sense? You always want to have something lower in front, right? So you can see here, I've got this great lantana ground covering. So it's never gonna get much taller than this right here. And behind it, you can put your gardenia in a container, and so you're gonna get the pow up here, and then down in front, you're gonna get that low color. And then, I mean, you can mix and match any of the plants. Just know how tall they're gonna get and where they will grow best, but you don't need to guess, because all of the information, how tall it's going to get, where you should plant it, it's all going to be in the planting guide, so you really can be your own landscape designer. Really, really cool to have this information right at your fingertips.
Right, and by the way, if you want to get the lantanas, it's 3 of them for $19.95. The gardenia tree is incredible. Now, how long to get from, this is how we ship it to you to get to this level? Like, when does it start blooming?
Oh, almost immediately, because remember, you're going to be getting this, you know, often already with buds on it.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, the buds...
Because this one has big buds on it already.
See? And this is similar to what they're going to get. If yours doesn't have buds on it, don't worry, it's coming. And if you really want to set it, try to set it up for success, I highly recommend this formula of our fertilizer. You don't have to do any measuring. It is totally goof-proof. We've got these great little pods. You get 50 of them. And if you're only using it once every 2 weeks, this is going to last you for a couple of years if you think about how long the blooming season is. The other thing I want to point out about this, because I am, you know, Mother Nature's girl, right? And so all of these pods, these are not microplastics. These are actually made with a gelatin material, so you don't have to worry that you're putting some junk into your ground or some junk into your plants. This is very good for your plants. It's food for your plants. And even if you're not picking up the gardenia, I highly recommend, if you're not having great luck with any of your flowers, if you're not getting as many flowers as you think you should, I'm telling you, this works. Fertilizer is the food for your plants. We got to give it water, and you got to give it food, and I recommend this because it's so easy.
Well, right, and I also have a couple questions. Can you suppose I've got a vegetable garden? Can I use it for that, or is it only for flowers?
Oh, of course you can, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
When you are growing fruits and vegetables, I got to take my glasses off.
I do have a vegetable garden that we're giving a crack at this year.
When you are growing fruits and vegetables, it's actually the flower itself that turns into the fruit, that turns into the vegetables. So if you are getting more blooms, that means you're going to be getting more fruits and vegetables.
Oh, okay, because we're trying some cherry tomatoes, which are
I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. I mean, fertilizer really, really works.
Yeah.
And so just make sure, like, if you make that big jug, if you don't mind, I'm just going to grab it.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
If you make this big jug, you would not want to use this whole thing.
But you fill that with water, you take one of them out, you get 50 of them, and you drop the little pod in there.
That's right.
And it dissolves pretty instantly.
Yeah.
And then would you dump a whole thing in there?
Absolutely not. No, no, definitely not. What I would do...
Don't do what I suggest.
Can you hold these?
Yeah.
Thank you. What I would do is I would take it and just dump, you know, about as much as you would actually water it. And in the case of this, it might, you know, not even be halfway gone when you're done using it. So take it, spread the wealth, give out that fertilizer to other plants that flower. Do it. Are you doing cherry tomatoes in containers or in the ground?
In the ground.
In the ground?
With stakes.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So I would just do maybe even a cupful, literally a cup, around each of your cherry tomato plants.
All right, so that's really gonna last. By the way, I think we've sold over 7,000 of those, and we only have 1,700 left. 7,000 for the season, and we could grab the pods.
Sure.
So they come like this, and we open them up and show you. They're little pods. You drop them in the water, and then they dissolve. So flowers, vegetables, like pretty much anything. What about an indoor plant? Could you do a little?
Well, fertilizer is good for everything. And of course you can. You can use this for indoor plants because a fertilizer is a fertilizer. But the reason we like this one for flowers is because it is a bloom booster. It's not going to ever hurt your plants.
Okay.
You know, again, having any kind of food is great. But I really do especially like this for anything that flowers because it has that bloom booster in it.
Okay, so keep shopping for that. We're coming towards the end of the show, but I'm going to scooch back here in case you missed it. These turning head hibiscus, Pat, how many did you say we have left? 300 left. Now, you're not choosing, you're getting the white one, and then you're also getting this beautiful watermelon color is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
And I'll get the, I know I've got it here, the head-turning hibiscus are $34.95. The bare root angel eyes, hardy hibiscus, and the bare root watermelon ruffles, hardy hibiscus, because they kind of have like a little bit of a ruffle, and these are huge. And they call them the head-turning hibiscus because you definitely turn your head when you do those.
Yeah, we call this the 60-mile-an-hour plant because you can be driving 60 miles an hour down the road and your head is going to turn. Talk about a thriller. This is by far the biggest flower that we sell at Leaf and Petal, so that's why it is such a dramatic, such a breathtaking specimen. It's going to come as a bare root, which means it is already going to be years mature, and there is information on how to plant it. You just want to make sure that with the little roots, which are like those stringy hairs, that they go into the bottom and that they get covered by soil, leaving the tips, the sticks, upright. So don't think it's dead when you get it. It's exactly what we want it to be. It's what we, the professionals, want, because we're not wasting any of our money on soil that we don't need and a black plastic container. Plus, when you get the bare root, you can get a more mature plant, which means you're getting more bang for your buck. If you were going to try to find this at a nursery, which I know you won't, if you were to try to find it, it would be probably a first year. Here, you're getting one that's already mature, and you don't have to get your car dirty. It's going to come right to you, so you're not going to have soil everywhere like I do all the time. I have so much soil in my car, but it's okay.
No, you're going to love this. We have a final 35 seconds. I'll tell you, this probably is the last time you're ever going to see this on air, because the head-turning hibiscus, you're getting both plants. You're not choosing, and they were very, very popular for $34.95. The beautiful white with the pink on the inside, you can see of the bloom, and then that beautiful watermelon color, and inside the pestle has like orange.
Isn't it
so
spectacular?
When are you going to be back today?
I'm all done.
Oh, yeah, this is the last show.
I have to go to a lacrosse game and a baseball game.
For your 400 boys that you have.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Just 4 boys, everybody. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Karen. This is really great. I mean, I love Leaf and Petal. It's really like a no-brainer, and I love it because you have these unique, beautiful things that you're not going to get at the local nursery. Leaf and Petal really, they take all the guesswork out for you. It's really totally a goof-proof experience available and on hsn.com. So you can go to hsn.com and look at all of Leaf and Petal to search all of your beautiful plant needs. Fill your cart for $5.50. We're going to continue with more live television here. My girl Marlo is going to take it away, and she's got some great home solutions. So stay tuned. She's coming up right now.
Hi, everybody. I hope that you're having a great day. I'm so thrilled to be with you. I know I'm wearing my glasses. And guess what is going to be the best product to clean your glasses? I just did it right before the show.